Hey, good morning. Tuesday, November the 4th, 2025. Ken Arzone talking baseball. Hope everyone's doing okay. I'm curious about baseball players from the past, their accomplishments, their stats, their resumes. Just for the fun of it, I've got a YouTube channel talking baseball, all aspects of the game records, teams, hits, players, pitchers, whatever I can find on baseball. There's so much to talk about it. The history of baseball and present day baseball. Right now, I've been looking at baseball players from the past who have contributed to the game in whatever way they can. Some guys have excellent careers and make the Baseball Hall of Fame. Other players fall short. This video, Julio Franco. Have you heard of him? I've heard of him. Seen some of his games. Played for Philadelphia, Cleveland, Texas, White Sox, Milwaukee, Atlanta, the Mets. Too many teams. That hurt his career. Kind of bounced around. I remember him on the Texas Rangers. He had a really good year in 1991. 201 hits, 108 runs scored, batted .341, and won the batting title. 279 total bases. Never had 300 total bases in a season. But Julio played a lot of games. 2,527 games. That's a lot. That's 23 years in the big leagues. Very good. And out of 2,500 games, he got 2,586 hits. He passed that magic 2,500 mark in hits. You get that, you should be considered for the Baseball Hall of Fame. He finished with a .298 career batting average. Fell short of that magic number 300. But .298 is good and respectable. But I'm looking at his career. Started off good. His first half of his career, I say the first 10 years, good. Listen to the hit totals. 153, 188, 183, 183, 158, 186, 173, 172, and then in 1991, 201 hits. Breaks 200. I like it. Run scored seasons, only one 100 run scored season. 108, 1991. RBIs, he was not an RBI producer. For some reason, never had a 100 RBI season. He had the ability to do it. His high was 92. He also had a 98. No, his high was 98. He had a 92 and a 90 RBI seasons. So those are good seasons. But he finished with 1,194 career RBIs. 23 years, should have been about 1,500. Depends on where you bat in the lineup, right? And what teammates you have and if you can drive them in. He had 1,285 career runs scored. So he passed 1,000 in runs scored and 1,000 in RBIs. But not quite Hall of Fame numbers. 3,620 career total bases. Not enough for the Hall of Fame. You need 4,000, 5,000 range. Batting average seasons, 300 or better, how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 out of 23 years. If he could have 10 or 12, he could hit. He had a 306, a 319, a 303, a 316, a 319, a 322, a 300, and a 309. Good. And he won a batting title one year in 1991. I said this 341 batting average. If he had kind of maintained good years like that 320, 315, 320, 325 to go along with that 341, he could have had a 300 career batting average. But I'm looking at this, his first half of his career, his first 10 years, stellar. But the second half, he dropped off for some reason. His hit totals were not as high. He had a 154, 138, 139, 116. Then he missed some games around 2000, 2001. Then he came back. Did you know that Julio Franco played until he was 48 years old? Whoa! How about that? You don't see that too often. But in his 40s, his hit totals are like what? 27, 96, 58, 99, 64, 45, 20, 10. Second half of his career, not as good. That hurt his Hall of Fame chances. But I didn't realize this. How many guys play baseball until they're 48 years old? Very few. I can only think maybe one or two other guys. Oldest baseball players, Satchel Paige. He played when he was 59. Who else? Who's that one pitcher? Let me see. I'm kind of curious. I'll put this in. Oldest baseball players. Let's see. Yeah, here it is. Guys are playing in their 40s right now. Let's see. Rich Hill. Yeah, he played until he was 45. He was a list of oldest Major League Baseball players. Let's see. Let's see. I'll put this in. Oldest baseball players in a season. How about that? Let's see. Can't find it. It's not given to me, Google. I know Justin Verlander is still playing. He's 42. Max Scherzer, he's in his 40s. But you played till you're 48. How about that? I think Nolan Ryan played in his 40s too, right? He was up there. But how about Julio Franco? He may hold the record for position player, not a pitcher, but a position player, 48 years old. Was there anybody else? I think Minnie Mimosa. Was he another guy that played way in his 40s? Anyways, that's Julio Franco's career. Interesting guy. Hall of Fame? No. Sorry. He just couldn't maintain 300 or better and put together more quality baseball seasons. But he had some good years. He had a 188, a 183, a 183, 186, and a 201 as far as hit totals in each season. Not bad. He had a 5-year stretch there, 6 years. 306, 319, 303, 316, 296, and then a 341. So he was a 300 hitter for a while there, but then he dropped off. All right, we're done with him. Julio Franco, 48 years old. Whoa. All right, who's next? Have you heard of Steve Garvey? He's not in the Baseball Hall of Fame, and I have an issue with that. Because if you look closely at Steve Garvey's career, it was pretty good. I'm going to look at it next. I'm out.